Today we'll be taking a look at the Thule SnowPack Ski and Snowboard Carrier for 4 skis or 2 boards. Part number TH7324. The Thule SnowPack 4 is the ride-on solution for carrying 4 pairs of skis or 2 snowboards. The smart vertical spring system accommodates all thicknesses of skis and boards, reducing the carrier's height, giving it a more low-profile aerodynamic design. It features a large push button with a locking core, which can be released with a natural up motion to make it easy to load and unload our skis, even while wearing gloves. The arms themselves have soft rubber padding on the top and the bottom, and not only is it going to help absorb the vibration in our skis and boards while we're on the road, it's also going to protect their finish. The universal locking hardware is going to allow it to work with your round, square, aero, elliptical, and most factory roof rack systems as well, with or without T-track. Both carriers are constructed of a corrosion-resistant aluminum, so they're going to be strong and durable. It's going to allow you to fit 4 pairs of skis or 2 snowboards. Thule also stands behind the product and has a limited lifetime warranty. Now that we've gone over the features, I'll go ahead and show you how to get it installed. Now there's 2 ways you can go about putting this on your roof rack system. You can use the clamp method, or you can use the T-slot method. I'm going to show you both. So let's go ahead and do the T-slot method first. So we're going to hop up here next to the bar. Now normally what you would do is you would cut and measure out your strips around your T-bolts to make it fit. But for today's demonstration, we're just going to go ahead and remove the whole strip. So we're going to go ahead and remove our M cap and pull that all the way out and set that aside. Then we can take 2 T-bolts and slide those in the channel there. Then we can just replace that end cap for now. Now let's go ahead and grab one of our carriers. We need to put our feet on bottom, so we'll grab the smaller looking block, line up our holes, and clip them in place. Now we can go ahead and put it in position on our T-bolts. Now if we want our carrier to sit a little bit taller on our load bar, Thule does include a larger block that we can just simply clip on to the block that we already have on. This would be good for if you're carrying thicker boards so it doesn't come in contact with the roof of your vehicle. If you choose to use it with the thicker block, you'll need to use the longer T-bolt as well. You can see the difference between the two. But we're going to use the shorter mounts and just go ahead and set that in position. Now let's go ahead and open up our carrier. So we'll press in on this gray button here. Raise it all the way up. I'm actually going to bring this a little bit towards me. And we're going to open up our padding here on the inside to the left. The padding always comes undone on the right-hand side. That's with the lock facing towards us. And as we pull that back, you can see how it's revealing our T-bolts on the inside here. So you pull your pad all the way back, you can even tuck it around the top, that way it stays open. So then the next thing we can do is grab one of our levers or our thumb screws and put that on top. So we'll just get both started and then we can tighten it down evenly. Now before we start tightening it down all the way, we want to make sure we have it positioned correctly where we want it on our load bars. So I'm going to move it just a little bit more towards the center here. Not all the way, but slightly. And then we can tighten that down. All right, once we get those tightened down, we can push our levers down, replace our padding, push it back down in the grooves, and close it up for now. And the only thing left to do would be to repeat that same process on the rear bar, and then we're ready to load up some skis and snowboards. But let's go ahead and show you the clamp method. Now for the clamp-on method, these are going to assemble just a tiny bit different. So we're not going to use any feet on the bottom. We'll just open up our carrier. We'll pull the padding to the side, just as we did before. Then we can grab our clamp. We'll come underneath, push that up through. We'll grab one of our levers or our knobs and get that started. Now we'll just tighten it down all the way, and you still want to keep the clamp horizontal. Close up our lever, and then we can put our other one on. Once the other one's on, we can go ahead and close up our pad, close up our carrier, and head on up there. Now since we're using the clamp-on method, we won't need to remove the rubber strip in our load bar. It simply just sets on top, the straps go underneath, and clip into the other side. Once they're clipped in, we just tighten it down with our gray thumb screws. Once we've got them both evenly tightened down, we can lock it in place, and then we can just repeat that same process on the rear bar. Now with them both installed, it's a good idea to make sure that they're parallel and in line with one another. That way we can ensure that our skis and snowboards will sit evenly and we'll be able to get the most out of it. So we've got some skis and some snowboards here. Let's go ahead and load them up. So first we'll make sure our carriers are opened up. Press in on our gray button, open them all the way. Then I'll grab my skis. I'm going to scoot them all the way to the end to make room for my snowboard. I'll put that on, make sure it's positioned on the pads, that way I can still close it. I'd say that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to lower them down. Now what you're looking for here is 2 clicks. So there's the first one, and there's the second one. We'll do that with our rear one here. Now once we've made sure that they're secured with the 2 clicks, we can lock them up, and then we can hit the road. Here in our test course, let's first go into our slalom. This is going to show side-to-side action, such as going around corners or evasive maneuvering. Then onto our alternating speed bumps. This is going to show a twisting action, such as going over potholes or uneven pavement. Then finally onto our solid speed bumps. This is going to show an up and down action, such as pulling in and out of a driveway or out of a parking lot. And that's going to complete our look at the Thule SnowPack ski and snowboard carrier for 4 skis or 2 boards. Part number TH7324.